Hi, I'm Anna Strong, and this is Tuesday Tea Time with Anna Strong. I love my tea. And Richard, how do you say your last name?
Lecea.
Lecea. What nationality?
That's Spanish-French Basque. It's a Basque name.
I have no idea what that means. What's a
Well,
Basque?
on the border between Spain and France, that's the Basque region.
Okay.
They're gypsies.
Oh, so you're a gypsy.
Yeah, there's some blood in there.
I like that. You're gypsy. We live, we love, we laugh. We're gypsies, yes.
There you go.
Your stage name.
Yeah, Richie Lecea is my stage name. Now I just call myself Lecea.
And you got into music what year? I mean, I imagine you started when you were very young.
I just started getting books on music because we didn't have much money. I was in Old Torrance.
Oh, really? You grew up in Torrance,
Well,
right here in California,
There's
right?
debate whether
right
I've
up the
grown
street.
up, but that's where I got started.
Okay, okay.
So I went and checked out library books on music theory, and then I started writing, you know.
You wrote your own songs.
Yeah, silly little songs and stuff like that. And then the Vietnam War came. So I was in college so that I wouldn't get drafted.
Okay, so you grew up in Torrance, and you escaped the Vietnam War. You never went to war.
No.
Okay.
No.
What college did you go to?
I went to Harbor College over there.
Harvard.
Yeah. Harbor.
Woo!
Harbor.
Oh, Harbor.
Harbor College. It's in Torrance.
Completely different.
I
It's
went
like
to El Camino
by the beach.
for a little bit, and then I went to Harbor College because it was easier for me to get to Harbor College from where I was living.
Okay. Is that a community college?
I carried,
or
yes, community college. I carried enough units to get student deferment.
Okay. Were you
She
lead
said-
guitar, bass guitar?
Guitar is guitar.
Really?
Anybody who plays guitar,
Okay.
they don't.
No.
Guitar players don't
How
separate
about
into
ukulele?
this thing.
I played the ukulele. Does
Yeah.
that doesn't even count.
That's
does
not
it?
a guitar. It's a ukulele. So anyway, his mom was an accountant for Liberty Records, and they had the Ventures, and the Ventures were looking to supplement another guitarist. They wanted a rhythm guitarist.
Okay.
I was at A&M Studios to try out for the part, for the spot.
Right.
I went over there and I was playing some stuff while they were getting microphones and stuff ready. And a guy popped in his head and he goes, "Who's that playing there?" And they said, "It's this guy,
This guy,
Richie."
great.
And they said, "I need him for something right now."
Ooh.
And this was possible, and this was already.
Oh yeah.
Right?
So,
So
you
they-
didn't wait for the audition. You went and.
Well, I
played for the
couldn't.
guy.
They had the power to grab me out of studio because
Okay.
it's their studio.
Oh yeah.
So the producer of this new group called Shango, they needed a rhythm guitar player, and I played a little bit, and they said, "You want to join the band?"
Wow. That's great.
So I said, "Oh, maybe I do. What do you guys do?" And one of the guys played steel drums, Caribbean music. He was from
Jamaica.
the West Indies, right? And
close.
I think it was Saint Croix. And he had a Jamaican bass player, and then a guy playing drums that they didn't really like, and I ended up getting a drummer friend of mine that lived in San Pedro, the other job.
Oh, great.
So, and he was from Italy.
So is A&M Record in Hollywood or is
Yeah,
it in
A&M
South-
Records is in Hollywood. It was Charlie Chaplin's film studio
Oh,
in the
nice.
beginning, on La Brea and Hollywood Boulevard.
So you became a member of.
I became a member of
Shango.
Shango, and then we put out this record called Day After Day, It's Slipping Away, which was written by the steel drum player and the producer. It was a spoof on the LA earthquake. Day after day, more people come to LA.
Okay.
Don't you tell anybody, the whole place shaking away.
I
Right?
kind of remember that one.
It was a huge hit in 1969, and just like that, we're on the radio everywhere.
Wow.
Everywhere. Then Johnny Carson.
No, really? You got on Johnny Carson right
Yeah,
away?
we got on Johnny
All right.
Carson and we performed it. And then Motown had their 25th anniversary, and Diana Ross and the Four Tops and the Temptations sang it on the show
Oh my
because it was a current
gosh.
hit.
Yeah.
Besides singing their stuff, they sang it on the show. And Shango was doing Mike Douglas and all these shows that were current
Doing
at
the
the
tour
time.
of the talk shows, right?
And playing concerts all over. And they didn't have videos back in those days, but they would shoot lip-synced films. And we were
Oh, that's true. Yeah, like
we were
on
really
the-
big in Germany. So we were down on the beach, Zuma Beach, with the napkin here because of the heavy makeup. And we're shooting a video for German television, Shango. And down the street, there was a big production team. And on the break, I walked over there and I said, what are you doing? And they said, well, we're shooting part of Chevrolet's 1970 campaign.
Oh, okay.
And this is early '69 when the song was everywhere. So I said, well, this is what we're doing. And maybe you ought to think about Day After Day, More People by Chevrolet. Now, the guy was familiar with the song because it was everywhere. And he goes, well, I wouldn't be the guy to choose
To
that.
make a decision like that?
Right, but you can send a cassette to this address right here. It's the biggest ad company in New York called Campbell Ewald. So I mentioned it to the guys. We did a rendition, roughly, and put it on a cassette. And the guy said, I should tell you that Henry Mancini, the Beach Boys, all these people submitted.
So don't get your hopes up, right?
And I said, well, we're just going to do it because it's fun.
Right.
So we were getting on our plane because we were playing at the Flamingo Hotel, and the
Las
German
Vegas?
the German television people sent a plane to get us and bring us for 2 days to film on Zuma Beach. So we're getting back on the plane, and the manager of the group, the guy was an insurance salesman, decided to be
As
a showbiz
well.
manager, right? He comes over and he goes, you won't believe this, you won't believe this. You guys are going to be the campaign for 1970 Chevrolet. You're going to be on Bonanza every Sunday night,
Oh my gosh.
which was the #1 show.
Oh yeah, I
Sunday
remember
at 8 o'clock.
Bonanza. Dun,
You
dun,
had
dun,
Bonanza,
dun,
right?
dun,
Chevrolet
dun,
owned that, right? So that's what we call couch money. You
Couch money? You
Yeah,
didn't
you
have
just
to
sit on your
move at all
couch. You
and
sit on
just
your
watch
couch
the
and they
check
play your
come in.
song 5 times during the show, and you go, cool, 5 checks coming, you know? And,
So
and-
you banked.
Right.
On the first song that you did?
Right, right.
Okay. Were you
So-
known as a one-hit wonder?
Yes, we were.
Okay.
But it was a big one, and
Did you, I mean, I know the guys that did, what is it, My Sharona.
yeah, right.
He's
the
got a
next.
freaking house down on Pacific Palisades. He's huge, and basically that's the only
That was
song
it,
that they
right.
got. And they got a commercial too. And they said it was one of the most songs that were duplicated and wanted to do commercials. That's where you bank it, huh?
Yeah, that's
All
where
right.
that's where the real money is, because you don't have to really do any work. You do it one time.
Did you continue to have that Shango?
Bob Seger
thing?
famously said that he made more money off the truck commercial Like a Rock than he made
Okay.
on all of his concerts and music sales combined.
Like a Rock.
Because
Yeah.
that truck commercial ran for 8 years
Oh my gosh.
on all the networks, all the biggest shows.
And
we're
that's
talking
what
about
makes money.
$5,000 per play, per show.
So every time.
Every
Cha-ching,
time.
cha-ching.
He was probably getting $250,000 checks at the end of the week
So,
for 8 years.
Yeah.